Kosuke Kiryu is a splendid scientist from Japan who creates a high-level AI called Hope for medical purposes. His main goal for all hard work he has put into the artificial intelligence is his wife's cancer treatment. Assuming the innovation is approved by the government to be utilized in the medical sector, it won't just save his wife's life, however, will be a progressive to used in human development. Toward the start of the film, Kiryu is in his lab working when his brother-in-law, Satoru, comes to him with some paperwork. Incidentally, the government has declined to embrace the utilization of AI on account of the shortfall of significant jurisdiction. As we see, Kiryu, his wife, and Satoru are on a beach side with Kiryu's little girl Kokoro. His wife is in the last phase of cancer and necessitates quick assistance from the AI. In spite of Kiryu invented the AI, he and his wife would not utilize it illegally without legitimate approval. The family snaps a photo together at the beach side. A couple of days after, Kiryu's wife is on her deathbed. She dies subsequent to saying that she hoped AI will one day give happiness to many people's lives. Assuming that it had been endorsed in time, Kiryu might have saved his wife. A year after her death, the medical AI system is endorsed by the government and circulated among people. Not long, it begins being utilized in each areas like law, money, amusement, and generally significantly medical. As a result of the technology, cures for a few sicknesses are found. In a couple of years, Kiryu's accomplishment is behind schedule, celebrated around the world. His brother-in-law Satoru turns into the leader of Hope, managing it in overall. After satisfying his wife's final request on this earth, Kiryu would rather not live in Japan any longer. In this way, he and his girl move to Singapore. The ubiquity of hope rises dramatically when a customized observer that takes care of one's well-being is introduced. Presently, people don't need to go to the doctor to be diagnosed with issues like brain tumors and cancer. Albeit the vast majority of the world celebrates the new technology, there are some who accept that it will cause the issue of joblessness to dramatically rise. Many people protest against hope, however it has become crucial to the existences of most Japanese residents. In 2030, Kiryu and Kokoro are living in a beach house in Singapore. Notwithstanding, Kokoro misses her mom a lot and wants to get back to Japan. At some point, they receive a message from Satoru saying that the president of Japan wants to award Kiryu for his accomplishments. Pursuing the open door, the dad and girl fly back to Japan. What's more, are astounded to see a few dissenters outside the Hope headquarters. They are welcomed by Satoru and the whole company with a round of applause. Following that, they are given a tour of the building. They get to see the server room where the Heart of Hope is kept. It is a big machine that fills in as the center motherboard of Hope. The spot is exceptionally secured since the machine is associated with the existences of each and every Hope client. Two drone from the Heart perceive Kokoro utilizing their face scanning feature. Following the tour, a press conference is held to welcome Kiryu also, for him to discuss his technology. During the conference, the protesters figure out how to break in, furthermore, interfere with Kiryu while he is talking. Following that, Kiryu meets a cop, Sakuraba. Sakuraba has been annoying Satoru to let the police division use Hope to hack people's very own possessions and tackle violations. Since it would be a breach of people's privacy, he has been denied the request. On out, Kiryu is trailed by a journalist who is plainly against AI. He hands Kiryu his card saying that he needs to talk with him. When Kiryu and Kokoro are in the vehicle, the young girl sees that she has lost the last picture of her mom. She runs inside with the staff to search for it while Kiryu and a girl drive to the show where he is being awarded by the president. Kokoro and the others go to the server room to search for the lost picture. Meantime, in a few unique emergency in Japan, Hope unexpectedly begins to break down. Numerous patients die since the lag of the medical workers panic, not realizing what is happening. Elsewhere, the president is getting ready for the program, however she unexpectedly drops to the ground. It just so happens her heart pacer likewise ran on Hope, which not working. She is hurried to the emergency yet without much of result. The robotized driving system that utilizations Hope additionally breakdowns, causing a few mishaps. As Hope not working all through the country, Satoru and the engineers in the headquarters are informed. They hurry to the control room to figure out what's happening to the program, leaving Kokoro in the server room. In view of the breach in the system, the security lock is actuated and Kokoro is locked alone. The news comes to the television and Kiryu likewise looks into the breakdowns. When he calls his brother, he is significantly more stressed to see Kokoro locked alone in the server room. With time, the room's temperature will decrease under nothing for the machines to cool. They should bring her out before she dies from cold. The software engineers at Hope get to work and figure out that there has been a weird login to the server which apparently caused the breakdowns. They find the place where the hacker is, furthermore, send little bug-like recording gadgets to the area. In the interim, a stressed Kiryu is stranded in traffic. He opens his bag and finds a tablet that is transferring the virus to Hope. All of a sudden, the police find him and capture him for being the hacker. Obviously somebody is attempting to frame him, however Kiryu has no real way to prove it. All of a sudden, a fender bender happens close by that diverts the police and he figures out how to get away. All through this, the journalist from Prior is taking his pictures from a vehicle behind him. With the suspect getting away, Sakuraba also, his group are given the chance to get him. Sakuraba utilizes the Hope AI program will search for Kiryu. Without waiting for authorization, 2 officers, Goto and Asano, are likewise added to the group to help them. Goto feels really awkward seeing Sakuraba attacking the public's privacy to search for Kiryu, utilizing CCTV cameras from people's dashboards, also, even cameras from people's cell phones. Sakuraba can find Kiryu. At a certain point Kiryu understands that he is being watched, so he enters the sewers. He calls Satoshi from that point and lets him know that somebody is attempting to frame him. The call is being followed, so Sakuraba and the group can hear them talking. Kiryu uncovers that when he initially made Hope, he tried to program that. It worked for human comfort and fulfillment. He thinks that as of late somebody has customized Hope in an unexpected way. For that reason it has begun to work with its own and not take humans' order. The AI will not long assess residents and then those it considers useless. This puts the entire country is in danger of being killed by it. All at once, we see a newborn child in a stroller that is run by the AI. It works out the general hospital expense that the baby could have to pay in its whole life and considers it to be disgraceful of life. Following that, the stroller tumbles off the steps, taking out the actual child. To stop the mass homicide, another program should be contribution to the server. After the call ends, the soldiers enter the passage and find Kiryu. He breaks his tablet so he will not be tracked down. Sakuraba loses all details about his area after that, and Kiryu, once more, figures out how to get away. Goto and Asano get off Sakuraba's control room. Subsequent to hearing Kiryu converses with Satoshi, and Goto thinks that he is innocent. The two think according to Kiryu's point of view, furthermore, reach the resolution that he will most likely go to Hope's subsequent server center in Sendai. Back in the headquarters everybody attempts to get Kokoro out of the server room, however is ineffective. She lies before the heart, cold and terrified. To arrive at the server center in Sendai, Kiryu boards a ferry concealing inside a truck. Goto and Asano likewise get on a similar ferry. Kiryu had took a tablet from a person which he uses to program. The police track the signals and find out his area. The authorities at the ferry are informed and told to check wherever for him. When they ultimately find him, he makes a run for itself and winds up on the highest point of the deck. Goto and Asano let him know they are there to help, however before he can answer, a sniper from a helicopter fires at him. To save his life, Kiryu hops into the water and disappears. Some time later, he wakes up and winds up on a boat in a harbor at Sengai. A nearby fisherman had saved him from suffocating. He says that he is grateful for Hope since it saved his wife's life and lets Kiryu go. Meantime, many protesters against Hope are being held all through the country. Kiryu has been announced a fear by the media. In Sendai, Kiryu goes to a deserted college that was where he initially developed Hope. He is not long joined by Satoshi. It would seem when they chatted on the telephone the last time, he utilized a code word to call him there. Goto additionally exposes the code word and drives to the college with his accomplice. Kiryu and Satoshi begin composing a program to stop the obliteration being brought about by Hope. The PC scans each resident of Japan who utilizes AI, and plans to end them as indicated by their past. It will require precisely 6 hours for the mass homicide to begin. The engineers at the Hope headquarters moreover discover this and begin calling their families to ask them to avoid their AI devices. Kiryu then sorts out that nobody had hacked the program and the virus was physically planted in the heart. On checking the heart's information for the beyond couple of months they see as dubious movement. Yet, on checking the CCTV footage, Kiryu is stunned. Incidentally, Satoshi was the one who transferred the virus, but Satoshi denies the cases, saying that he was simply doing a regular check and don't have any idea what turned out badly. All of a sudden, the soldiers show up at the refuge, furthermore, fire at Kiryu. To save him, Satoshi hops in front and gets shot instead. With his final gasp, he asks his brother-in-law to save people. Kiryu figures out how to get away once more while being followed by the police. Goto and Asano additionally follow them behind in their vehicle. In the midst of the pursuit, Kiryu's vehicle tumbles off the street and accidents a few feet underneath. The police check for him in the destruction, however don't find his body. Cop Sakuraba utilizes AI and the CCTVs to search for Kiryu, also tracks down him, however when the police arrive at the area, the person ends up being different one. It is then uncovered that Kiryu has messed with the police's AI system, making it break down. While they attempt to search for him, Kiryu figures out how to get back to the Hope headquarters and meets the main engineer who will assist him with stopping the slaughter that is going to occur. Nonetheless, Sakuraba and his group some way or another come to the headquarters and encompass him. Kiryu lets the soldiers know that the real hacker is really Sakuraba. Then, he plays a video of Satoshi putting the virus to the heart. Incidentally, He was as a matter of deceived by Sakuraba, who was standing in the server room when it occurred, despite that it is proved that Sakuraba made Hope break down. The soldiers actually follow his orders. Sakuraba then says that Japan needs a powerful system to control the world. With something like AI, he could have all the power on the world, as he admits to every one of his wrongdoings. A flying bug-like gadget records their discussion and broadcasts it live to the whole world. Presently, everybody knows reality. Goda captures Sakuraba and takes him while Kiryu rushes to fix Hope and save his girl. He programs the code and makes the heart filter it with Kokoro's assistance. Hope at long last recollects its past and the justification for its creation. The way to the server room opens. What's more, the dad and little girl rejoin. The end. If you like this story, please subscribe to the channel and like it to motivate me to bring you more stories like this.